Product firmware updates add new features as well as patch bugs, and the same is true for DJI's Phantom 3 Quadcopter, so it's always advisable to update firmware as and when released. Both the craft and controller must be updated, although thankfully it's a relatively straightforward process. Checking the craft's current settings will highlight whether an upgrade is required. Alternatively, users are able to check current firmware version by entering the general settings in the DJI Pilot application and scrolling down to the About menu. Nevertheless, before beginning the process, users will need to ensure both the craft and controller are available, both with at least 50% battery capacity, although I'd personally recommend a full charge. Also required is a micro SD card. The unit supplied with the craft will do just fine, along with a micro SD USB card reader. Those without a card reader will still be able to complete the process by using the micro USB cable included with the Phantom. With the micro SD card inserted into the USB card reader, insert the unit into an available USB port on your computer. Alternatively, a standard SD card adapter can also be used in the same way. Downloading the firmware is a simple matter of navigating to the Phantom 3 product page, hitting the downloads link, and downloading the appropriate update for your Phantom model, either professional or advanced. Once downloaded, extract the file with a .bin extension and copy the file across to the micro USB card, after which the card can safely be ejected from the computer. It's a good idea to remove the propellers from the craft before performing any updates. It's better to be safe than sorry after all. With the card reinserted into the craft, the Phantom can now be powered on as normal. The craft will detect the downloaded file and begin the update process. This can take anything up to 25 minutes, during which it's important not to switch the craft off. Note the 4 consecutive beeps indicating a firmware update is in progress. Once the firmware has been successfully applied, the craft will emit 1 long and 2 short beeps, indicating the new firmware has been successfully applied. Any other sounds suggest a failed update, for which users need to switch off the craft and switch back on to initiate the firmware repair process. After a successful update, the craft can be switched off and the memory card removed. Reinserting the micro SD card back into your computer and opening the drive will display a newly created text file which can be opened to reveal the confirmation of a successful update. The text file can be safely removed, and with the same bin update file on the card, the unit can again be removed from your computer. Those without a USB card reader can reinsert the card back into the craft and attach the micro USB cable included with the Phantom to the opposite side, and the other end to the controller. Upon switching on the controller and the craft, after 20 seconds the update process will begin. Alternatively, the card can be attached directly to the controller with the USB card reader. Either method will work the same. The process will take a maximum of 10 minutes, after which the LED turns green. The controller can now be powered down. As with the craft, users are able to insert the card into a computer to find a text file with the result success text indicating a successfully completed update. With all files on the memory card removed, the card can be reinserted back into the craft, after which the controller can be powered, followed by the craft as normal. Entering the DJI Pilot app should indicate the latest firmware is applied. And navigating to the general settings, the new firmware update number should be visible. Users are now able to enjoy operating the craft with the latest features applied.